Welcome to RSTN Real Sports Talk Network. I am your host, Kid Bagura. We about to get straight to it. Last night was a straight thriller. This is a classic. This is one that's going down in the books. This is one of the greatest return games of a former player, and it was nothing short of sensational. You know, it had everything you would want, and I got a lot to get to build up to this moment, right? So let's just go ahead and start with Klay washed ass leaving. Klay bum ass leaving. This motherfucker sat on the bench for 2 years and got paid. I'd love to know what job is really going to sit by you while you're not producing and still pay you and not even complain about it. Every job in the real world is going to complain about you not working and still getting paid. And I don't understand why some to most of these athletes don't see that this is still a job. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's not a real world job. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, it's a job. And you got paid and didn't produce for 2 fucking years. And you're going to leave? You're going to leave. Now, I'm all for player power, empowerment, whatever. You know what I mean? Like the organization fucking you over. Cool, leave. I get all that. Demand a trade, whatever the case may be. In this situation, he had no reason to leave. Like, he could have really been Ginobili 2.0. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It is a sting to your ego to be like, damn, I got to come off the bench. But they stuck by you. You was hurt. You didn't even produce for 2 years. And, oh, by the way, you had, 2 of the worst injuries you can get. And they stuck by you. And they paid you. So you going to leave because they want you to come off the bench? Oh, man. He couldn't have picked the worst team to go to. Kyrie and Luka don't even make sense. Cube is just wasting money and time at this point. I don't even see Luka ever winning. And if he does, it'll be in the last moments like how Dirk won. You know what I'm saying? Where you have these collection of players that now are older. They know, the game in a certain way that they can all mesh it together and win. That team that won, most of those players was on their last legs. You know what I'm saying? They was almost out the door. And, it worked. Cool. So I see the same thing happening for Luka. Like, I don't believe in him at all. I just don't. But Klay leaving, like, that is like the worst thing. And I'm not even from the town, and I'm offended by that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just come off the bench. You know what I mean? Like, to me, his legacy means nothing now. Like, them 4 rings don't mean shit to me. Like, I'm not cementing you as the greatest anything and all this and that. Like, you forfeited all that shit by leaving. You know what I'm saying? And, like I said, I'm not from the town, so I'm not even qualified to speak like that. You know what I mean? But just from my input, you know what I'm saying, that's how I feel. And I know that's how people from the town actually feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you fucking leave us when we stuck by your bum ass. And we still wanted you back after going over 10 in an elimination game. Let that sink in. We still wanted you after going 0-10 in an elimination game. Come on now. And you leave us, nigga, fuck you. Like, straight up like that. I know that's how some of the town feel. Now, the other side of the town is like, oh, he accomplished so much and did so much. Man, fuck all that. Fuck all of that. You know what I mean? So, you can't blame Drake for being like, I'm glad he don't want to be here. I'm glad he gone. Shit, like, if you don't want to be here, I don't want you to be here. You know what I'm saying? Well, fuck it. Because that locker room was toxic as fuck. So, now, looking at it like, who the fuck saw these niggas at 9-2 leading the West? I know I didn't. Because I'm looking at them like, bro, they dead in the water. Like, I know they got Steph. I know they still got Drake. And what's that boy name? Looney. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got some of the core, GP2. And that works. That matters. That consistency and camaraderie matters. You know what I'm saying? And you see, we're just going to add a few pieces. There you go. And this motherfucker, he's 5-6. If the playoffs started today, they wouldn't even be in the play-in. They're 11th. And the Warriors are number 1. That shit is crazy. That shit is fucking crazy. Like, you left being number 1 to be at the bottom. They're like first of the bottom. That's not a good look. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. The Mavericks team is complete garbage. It's hot garbage. They was just in the finals. What's going on? I didn't see too much of a roster shakeup for them to be this bad. But see, that's y'all problem. Y'all keep putting Luke on this pedestal, and I'm trying to really figure out why. Like, I don't even understand it. I really don't. So, the next thing I want to get to in all of this is the clowns at TNT, which I no longer listen to. After the Kyrie shit, whenever it goes to halftime, I put it on mute. I no longer listen to them. Because Shaq, bitch ass, showed the film that Kyrie posted, retweeted, whatever. He was showing it at his movie theater, but had all that shit to say. Straight clown. Nothing out of Chuck's mouth even makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking anybody that still listens to them, but I personally just do not listen to them. Mute. Now, they put out a top 50. They got Joker number 1. And I'm like, I'm really trying to figure out what this obsession is with foreign white players. I'm really trying to figure it out because I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. But I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. They got Giannis at 2. Even though he's not white, he's foreign, and I'm still trying to figure out what this obsession is with these foreign players because I'm not seeing it with him either. The fact that he has only been to 1 finals says a lot about him. And the fact that he has 2 MVPs back-to-back, and it's just Giannis. Like, where is it at when it comes to championships? I'm not saying he's supposed to have 2 or more rings, but I am saying that he should have been to more than 1 finals by now. He really has. And to me, like, he's a joke. And I'm going to break that finals down. There was a lot of, well, this happened, so that happened, that happened, all this and that. Whoever they beat in the first round that year they won the championship, it didn't matter, whatever. We know they was going to get to the second round or better, right? Cool. Let this sink in. They were down 2. Before they won 1 game in the second round. Let that sink in. The only reason why they started winning is because Kyrie got hurt. Then James Harden got hurt. Then in the last game, mind you, it took 7 games. KD foot was on the line. Right? We see that shit all the time. They don't even be like, no, 2. They don't even do that shit. They give them boys the 3 points, right? So that's how you got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Then you played the Hawks of all teams because Philly had a meltdown, but it wasn't even Philly. It was Philly, but it was Doc. Everybody knows that it was Doc. It wasn't Philly. Like, if Doc wasn't there, maybe Philly would have beat the Hawks. Maybe, because Embiid always gets hurt, all this and that. We know Ben is a joke, all this and that. So we don't really know there with that, right? But we know Atlanta got there because it was Philly. Cool. Then we get to the finals. And that was a coaching, like one of the worst coaching mistakes in history. Like, Monty just straight blew it. And then Book got hurt. And obviously it was shit going on with Aiden, and okay, cool. Like the Bucks won, right? But they didn't even get to defend their title the next year. Middleton went down, and that's not an easy, easy task to move forward with, right? Middleton is a big part of what they do. I get all that. But if you so this and that, like, you can't even get to the finals? Like, come on. At least get me there. And then if we lose, okay, cool. Or y'all went down in the second round. And if, if the Bulls wasn't choked up with injuries and shit, ain't no telling what because they could have beat them. You know what I mean? So, really not really understanding why those two are the first two, Giannis and Joker. Then they got Luka at number 3. And I'm like, huh? So I wanted to see where Steph was at in comparison to all this because of the game, right? And Steph, I believe, is number 6. Because I didn't even look at the list. The list is invalid at that point. Matter of fact, I'm about to look it up right now. Just the first 6. So, or wherever Steph is at. They got Steph at number 6, right? And I'm like, okay. Because you do throw in position this and position that and all this and that. That's cool. That's not even an issue. But Luka over Steph? How? And this is not an overall thing, no. But how is Luka over Steph? How? Like, it just does not equate. I don't believe in Luka worth shit. Like, we just seen what happened in the finals. And if y'all don't remember, the Western Conference Finals. And I do believe they lost to the Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. Because that was the year after the Suns went to the finals, and then the Mavericks took them out in the second round, and then the Mavericks lost in the third round to the Suns. I mean, to the Warriors. Yes. So, with that being said, how in the fuck do you have Luka over fucking Steph? So you got a foreign white boy is the best player in the league. Then a foreign white boy is the best point guard in the league. Okay. And again, this is not an overall thing. This is just right now. But who in the fuck in their right mind is taking Luka over Steph? Who? And again, I'm not even from the town. I'm not even a Warriors fan, but I'm not taking anybody over Steph. It ain't even about white or black or foreign or American. I ain't taking nobody over Steph. Until Steph can no longer get it done, I'm not taking him over. I'm not taking anybody over Steph right now. I'm not. The only one I could probably consider taking over Steph is probably Sha. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And Sha ain't even there yet. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like they collapsed a little bit in the second round last year. You know what I mean? But hey, we'll see what they do this year. A lot of people got them winning the West this year. We'll see. They got a good shot. But as of right now, I don't know, because Steph looking like he got some shit to prove. And rightfully so. He do. You know what I mean? Like, he do. You know, I'll just say there's controversy around the first 3 rings. The 4th ring, it ain't really much to say. It ain't really much to talk about. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, the 4th solidified it. But now that Klay bum-ass left, hey, he got to get 5. He got to. So, like, I want Steph to win this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't my Knicks winning, then I want the Warriors to win. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see a Warriors-Knicks finals because I just feel like it'll end very badly for the Knicks. And, nah, we good. But I do feel like if everything goes well and them boys stay healthy, like, they got a great shot to win this year. Obviously, as currently constructed, as far as the West go, the Warriors got it. But we know some teams are going to end up making some moves, and they could make a move to put that specific team over the top. So we just got to wait and see. So, getting to the game, though. you could tell that shit was personal. Like, you could really tell that shit, you know what I mean? And I loved it. I was loving every second of it because it's like, bitch, how dare you leave? We stuck by you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that for me, that's what it's all about. Like, when the organization do you wrong, by all means, fuck them. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But when they do you right, when they do right by you, you got to stand through. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay down with that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you really got to stay down and just be like, all right, cool. Like I said earlier, he really could have been Ginobili 2.0. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, Ginobili, we know, really could have went to any other team and started. Would he have won rings? We don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, he was like, okay, cool. I'm going to step back and I'm going to take that. Klay, you should have did the same shit. But you didn't, so here we go. You know what I mean? And then we see what happened. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he did the shimmy, oh, man. Like, what was you thinking, bro? Like, you know what the fuck that was about to do. You know what the fuck that was about to do to this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already knew. And Steph delivered. Steph fucking delivered and brought that shit home. And when he got in that camera and said, this my shit, you wanted to leave? Bruh, you already knew, bruh. Like, you know, bruh. You've been here this whole 13 years seeing what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you already knew what it was. And then another thing was, back in the day when Steph was out with them ankles, what was Klay doing? Nothing. So that was another reason why you should have stayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was another reason why you should have stayed and held the shit down, because, you know what I mean? Like, they stuck by you. They didn't trade you to be like, okay, we need somebody in here while, you know, we dealing with this Steph situation. Nah, they stuck by you. You know what I'm saying? They stuck by you while y'all was losing. You know what I mean? Like, you had been said, nah, I don't want to go to a team and be the man and all this and that. So we already know you're not capable of that shit anyway. And not that you went to Dallas to be the man or whatever, like you're the third option. But sometime in the game, they don't even pass you the ball. Because they already know you washed, bruh. And it's the fact that they offered you a starting position. Like, really? That's what you ruin your legacy over? A starting position, bruh? So at this point, it's 1-0 Steph. I can't wait to game 2. Matter of fact, let me look it up and see when the next time they play, because I'm a damn sure be locked in for that one. And I hope Steph win again. I hope Steph wins all the games. I hope they play 4 times this year. They might only play 3. And then, you know, we'll see, whatever. But I'm definitely rooting for Steph every fucking time. Every fucking time. Because, like, for me, you just don't do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I just feel like there was no reason for him to leave, bro. That wasn't a legit reason to leave. Like, it just wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no. Not for me. Definitely not. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Where they next game at for the what's that shit? Yeah. The Warriors. Let's see. I'm looking at the Mavericks schedule. So we looking. Damn, it looked like them boys don't play till February. The next game is in Dallas, Wednesday, February 12th at 9:30 p.m. and it's on ESPN. So you already know what time it is. You know this shit about to be a thriller. They gonna hype this shit up, and it's gonna be, I don't want to say David and Goliath, but I'm trying to think of like just 2 gladiators, even though one is like, you know, people will say Steph not in his prime no more. I think he still is. Like, that's just me. But we know Klay is definitely out of his prime. You know what I mean? So I don't want to necessarily say David and Goliath, but it's definitely, it's just 2 gladiators versus 2 gladiators. Shit, I don't know. Whoever the fuck you want to pick, I don't know. But on Sunday, February 23rd, 3:30 p.m. on ABC, the Mavericks come to the town. So let's see if they play a 4th time. So we're going to go to March and see. And They do not play in March. So let's go look in April. No, they only played them 3 times, and that's good. That's good. So I'm hoping that Steph goes 3-0 this season, and they meet in the playoffs, and they go 4-0. That would be the ultimate fucking fuck you. Like, you left, fuck you. That's what you get. You know what I mean? That's what you get for fucking leaving. And I don't know how many more years Klay is gonna play. I don't even know how many years he signed for, and all this and that. It don't even fucking matter. But we definitely gonna see what it is. So shout out to Steph and the Warriors for winning. I'm rooting for them. They're up 1-0 as of right now, and we definitely gonna keep track of this shit. And February 2nd, it goes down for game 2, and we definitely gonna find out what it do.